Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you all for being here. I'm putting my lotion on. That's why my baby girl had to do everything for me because I was putting my lotion on my hands, you know, trying to keep them looking good. Got to have these hands looking good. I get my hands dry. Happy Wednesday. This is July the 23rd. Happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Pinkie, the housewife. Uh, Pinkie the housewife, and we got a good we got some good stuff we're going to talk about today. Yes, we are. This helps putting my hand back in here help keeps into my hands dry a little because this is a different type of lotion. This is the same one I keep in here, but I just love it. Here we go. Okay, now we're gonna we got some good stuff we're gonna be talking about today. I got to put my ancient alien socks on. That's what I'm putting on my, y'all know I wear my ancient alien socks. Yeah. See? Alien. See? I tell y'all, I wear ancient alien socks all the time. It gives me courage. Yes. I always wear. I was eating, and so my daughter had to come and help me. Got the other one on. Oh, you can't see it. Got the other one on. Okay. Now, okay. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. As ready as I'm gonna get. Okay. Go away. I don't need none of that. I need my straw. I got my straw here already. And okay. Now I'm ready. I yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. We got some good stuff we're going to talk about today. Oh, my shirt says, what is it? Be real. Be real, guys, like me. Be real. Actually, it's a body shirt. Let me show you. This is a body shirt. You can see it's a body shirt. It goes down. You see that it goes down? What is that? What is that? Oh, that's on the back of my pants. I'm trying to figure out what is that? That's on the back of my pants. Okay. Oh Lord, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. My daughter picked out these pens. She and told me to put them on because she likes them. Okay. When I'm getting dressed, I have I have to always have help when I'm putting on some clothes, even when I'm getting ready to go to bed. Um, I have my husband a lotion, my body, but I put my body oil on it from SAB. I put that on, but he lotion. If I don't put that on, like I ran out for about 2 weeks or maybe three, and I thought I had some. I didn't have some, so I had to wait till some come in, and so he had to actually put it on me, some lotion. So, like I said, I have to have a lot of people. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. Now, this is some mess here. We're getting ready to talk about some foolery. Some foolery. And y'all know I don't like everybody. Especially some people that always trying to tell other people what to do and bringing up false allegations on a person, talking about they rigged the election and all this here stuff and had help to rig the elections. I ain't calling no names. They just got orange hair. You know what I'm saying? The hair just too orange for me. I'm not calling no names. You know, I would not do that. I would not call people names. Not me. Mm-mm. But that's what we're going to talk about. And then we'll see who all we got in here. Y'all let me know. Make sure you can hear me well. Let me just get the house rules out of the way. Do one thing. Oh, welcome to the Pink House, guys. Welcome to the Pink House. And make sure y'all hit that like button. That's the only way that's going to keep me in the algorithm. Y'all hit that like button so I can stay in the algorithm. Y'all know I'm trying to sing, but don't y'all try to offer me a record deal because I'm not going to take it. Okay? I don't want a record deal or anything, but just hit that like button because I need it. And then subscribe to the channel. Okay, because I'm almost at 6K. I'm almost there. And let me see, was this last night? Yes, it was last night. I'm still I need 198 subscribers to hit 6K. Y'all got to work on it. Okay, so subscribe to the channel and go ahead and do it to Pink Global too, because I'm carrying this on both channels right now. I'm live on both of my channels at the same time. Pinkie the Housewife and Pink Global. So, and thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, for doing that. Now let's see who all we got in the house today. Don't y'all try to copy off me when I be singing, okay? Because y'all can't steal my songs and stuff, okay? Linda Gamble, and Linda, thank you for this. Thank you for this morning. Also, prayers go out to Linda and her daughter. I hope she doing okay. I hope she's doing better. And y'all put some prayer hands in the chat for Linda Gamble, please do. I wish her speedy recovery for her daughter. All right. Thank you, Linda. And be respectful to the host. I don't need no trolls coming in like yesterday. Let me see how many. I got 2 trolls in. Mindy came in. And I blocked that heifer. And then Zena K came in. ZK. I blocked that person too. Let me tell you how I know you're a troll. Let me get into this troll business. A troll is a person that pops in your chat. They don't speak to you at all. They just pop in and then they got questions. They pop in or they say something nasty. They pop in and they ain't got nothing nice to say. Or they want to ask you questions. Don't ask me no doggone questions unless you speak to me. You don't speak to me, don't ask me no questions. That's like you're going into somebody's house and then you don't speak to them. What the mess is that? Speak to me. Say, hey, Pinkie. Hey, the housewife. Hey, Pinkie, the housewife. I don't care. Just say hello. Hello. Say hello to me. Or hey, Pink Global. You're not going to say Pinkie. Say Pink Global or something. So then you ask a question. I ain't got time for y'all stupid trolls today. But I will make time for you if you want me to make time. Because y'all be fooling with the wrong person. Y'all really don't know that. I be trying to tell people, some people you can fool with, okay? And they're gonna play back with you. I don't fool with you. Come out with everything blazing at you. Because y'all just think I'm the nice person, don't you? Where I grew up from? Oh hell. You don't want that person to come out. Because I'm nice here. This is nice. Okay, I'm very nice. Just don't think I'm a fool. Okay? Because then that's when you get sadly mistaken. You're mistaken when you think I'm a fool. Just because I be kiki. Yeah, that's just my personality. Because I kiki a lot. That's me. That's my personality. But don't let me turn on you. Don't let don't. Cause y'all be barking up the wrong tree. Cause I know how to go crazy. I know how to act a fool on you. I would act a pure D fool. I would act a fool like the people that don't want to see a fool. So you better make sure you got your bail money ready. Cause I sure got a lot of bail money. I got a lot of bail money. But make sure you got yours ready and got your lawyer on standby. Matter of fact, I already called mine today. I just had to leave a message because he didn't pick up on his cell phone. And I told my husband if we call you, I need to know because I told him to call him yesterday. Yes. And I don't have to go by an office to see my attorney. I don't have to make an appointment to see my attorney. I just go home and go into my house and I can see him right there. May have to search for him through that big ass house, but at least I can find him. So don't fool with me. Okay? Don't fool with the pinky. Don't fool with me. Okay? Now let's go on with the show. Please be respectful to the host in the chat. Hi, Cicely Bonnie. Thank you. Looking good. Thank you. And sounding good. That's what I want to hear. I'm sounding good. So that means everybody can hear me. Everybody can hear me. Hi, Miss Lois. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Is it Meva Lewis? Thank you. I hope I said. Thank you for being here. And hello. See, that's what I'm talking about. People speak to you. See, Wednesday, Miss Pinky. Now, see, and petitions. See, that's how I know I'm loved. Yes. Can't nobody take that away from me. We got some shit we're going to be talking about today. This fool and went crazy. He just gone pretty crazy. That's okay. He can stay crazy. Shit, I knew it was crazy a long time ago. Yes. Him Petitious, thank you for being here. You, Linda, Miss Lois, Cicely, Bonnie, my Bonnie. And thank you, Linda, for letting me know you can hear me too. Mike sounds like Pinkie the Housewife. Yes. My degree is real. Thank you for being here. I miss you. Thank you. It was popping. Y'all missed the live from yesterday. Yesterday's live was popping. It was popping. Oh Lord. My temperature went from here to up to there. I mean up here. From here to up to here. Yes. And let me just tell you one thing. I was listening to, I think it's David Patman, I think. But anyway, I was listening to him this morning. He said something that hit right on the nose because I mentioned this, but I didn't say it in the way that he said it, right? He said that something about whenever you ask them a direct question, which I already said that, they never answer, right? I said that about the witness, but I said that about the people that drink the Donald juice, the jungle juice from Donald. Okay, you ask them a question, but they get the talking points every morning, what their talking points are. So whenever the Republicans or those mega people, mega, whatever their names are, them crazy votes, But anyway, whatever their talking points is, no matter what question you ask them, they all want to say the same thing. You ask them a direct question like, who do you think is the top number one person in the Senate right now? Something. Well, Hillary and her files, that email, or it may be Joe Biden this time. Joe Biden, he's a sorry, weak president, or it may be Barack Obama. He's not from America, and y'all need to look into that. Or he stole the election. You can ask 1,000 of them, and all I'm going to have the same. You can ask each one a different question, nothing related to our President Obama, right? I still call him my president because I ain't got one right now. But anyway, I don't until I get one. Joe Biden, he's not here no more. So sorry to see you gone, Joe Biden. But take care of your health. But so we're dealing with the current person that's in the White House, right? See this bottle here? HEB. No, this is Buggy's. Buggy. Baby girl. What's the name of the store we go to all the time when we going back and forth to the house? When we traveling back and forth? It's a big store. Bucky's. Is it Bucky's? Bucky's. Okay. Bucky's. Bucky, y'all need to pay me because I'm always talking about something I got from Bucky's. And HEB, you all need to pay me too because I'm always talking about something I'm drinking or got from HEB. I'm not talking about clothes. I'm talking about something I'm drinking or a cup or a mug or something. Okay? So they need to pay me. I'm going to have my husband look into that for me. But anyway, let's get on. Hi, Miss Missy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in. Linda, let's comment and subscribe to both channels, Pinkie the Housewife and Pink Global. That is true. Oh, my Lord. My degree is real. Thank you for speaking to Linda. Linda is speaking to everybody. And Petitious. That's true. You know you look nice, Pinkie. Thank you. Thank you. This is all courtesy of my daughter today. She took the tags off this top today, so I can put it on. And see, I didn't have a jacket on at first. See here. See, this is without a vest and stuff, and it still looks good. I still look good. See, I didn't even have to have the vest on, but I went on put one on because she said, "Yeah, go ahead." So we went through several vests. I put one on, and she said, "Oh, I like that one." It was a denim vest with the sleeve. It was cut out like this, all raggedy hanging, threads hanging, and it's raggedy. And it was a denim. And then I pulled that one off and said, "Let me try the black one on." And we put this one on, and she had more in her hands. And I said, "I like this." So we went with this. She dressed me today. Got to remember, she young. Them young folks, they know what they be doing. They know what they be doing. Thank you, though. Keep it respectful in the Pink House. They better. Amber. Have I said Amber's name earlier? Because y'all know what I said when people come in here and don't speak to me. You know me. I pop out. I just got through talking about trolls. If you want me to communicate with you, speak to me. Hey, Pink Global. Hey, Pinkie the Housewife. Hey, the Housewife. Or somebody. Speak to somebody. I say, a troll when they come in, they're going to ask you a goddamn thing. The first thing they do is pop out questions. I'm not calling nobody a troll, but I just said that. We just got through talking about these motherfucking trolls. I said a troll ain't gonna ask you. They ain't gonna come in. Fuck you. I'm gonna come in and ask you a motherfucking question first. That's what they do. I just got through saying that shit. So any motherfucking trolls in my damn what do you call that? Bushes and trees and grass. If you're out there playing with my motherfucking horses, I hope you get on the back of one so they can throw your ass off and trample you. Get on the big black one. Because he don't play. Drown in my motherfucking pool. Let the horse throw your ass over in there. Speak to me, goddammit. Because I got shit to talk about and I ain't got time to fuck with trolls today. They all a bunch of low keys. They better kiss my black ass. Hey, girl. Thank you. Because I got shit to talk about. And talking about this foolish person, that's my patience. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. There's some shit this man is doing right here. He loved to call everything beautiful. The big, beautiful bill, the big, beautiful this, and a beautiful this, and a beautiful that. I think he don't know that many words, but beautiful. So I said, Epstein file, where is it? And you don't want to know what to talk about it. I call it your big, beautiful Epstein file. Maybe because he lacking people when they like him. So I'm going to pretend like I like him by saying, where's your big, beautiful Epstein file? Your big, beautiful Epstein file. I'm not going to say, where's that motherfucking Epstein file? I'm going to say, your big, beautiful Epstein file. Where is it? Where is it? So he can give it over. But look at it. What? We want the Epstein file. Jeffrey and Donald was best friends. They hung out together a lot. They did things together a lot. Yeah. He even went to his wedding. Yeah. Yes, you did. You can't say you didn't. Because, yes, you did. There's pictures of him at your wedding. There's pictures of y'all at a fashion show. There's pictures of you. I ain't going to say. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Here we go, guys. But why that is funny. I don't know why. Why? Okay. Y'all know I always I want to start with something funny. Something funny, funny, funny. Funny, funny, funny. Yeah. Funny, funny, funny. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start here today. Let me get back to the beginning. Okay. And here we go. I got it started off for you. Let me get it over to you. Did y'all like what we started off with yesterday? The short clips yesterday? Well, I got another one for you guys. Okay. And here we go. Put a 1 in the chat. And for some reason, you can't hear this well. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat. I would like that very much. Okay. Here we go. I I just came across him and I thought I loved it. Okay. Yes, I did. Uh, Here we go.
Because they don't want you in Mexico anymore. And I don't blame them. I totally get it. Enough's enough. You know what? You're going to pull this kind of shit, run these guys around with masks on, deporting all these people that freaking helped our country in the damn 40s. We brought them over to fucking help bail us out of World War II. And from that point on, all the other people that came up, nobody has an issue with it until now, all of a sudden. And all these people that comment on my freaking social media and just talk all kinds of racist smack and all kinds of shit. You know what? When you go to get your car washed, I guarantee you there's 5 undocumented immigrants washing your car, and you didn't say shit. You paid your little $18 and you got your car washed. You walk in that restaurant with your family and you got an undocumented immigrant probably back there washing dishes and cooking your food and probably taking your damn order and possibly owning the damn business, and you don't say shit. But now all of a sudden, the game has changed. The rules have changed. If you're illegal and you came across illegal, you need to go back home. You know what? You're full of shit is what you are. And you have no freaking heart. Why don't you reach down in your goddamn soul and pull out fucking what's right? And you say it's legal? Fucking slavery was legal, you dumb fucks. Thank God we had fucking people that were sane enough to reach in their heart and realize this is fucking wrong. It's wrong. And what you're doing is wrong. I've never seen a goddamn officer in my life without a mask on, with a mask on, ever in my life. I've never seen one police officer. And now you got all these guys running around with masks on. That doesn't bother you? It doesn't bother you that they're fucking raiding farms when the goddamn employees hired them in the first place? We're hiring them for landscaping. We're hiring them for fucking cleaning our homes and all the other shit that happens. We're so goddamn two-faced. It's so fucked. Reach into your damn fucking heart and pull out the little bit you have to realize this is fucked up shit. God, I just can't believe what people freaking say on social media, man. It is so irritating and so sad. God, man. This is just, you know what? I don't care who you voted for. That's as personal as your religion, and I could care less. More power to you. But if you support ICE, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. And you know what? On the Mexican side of things, they want to tell you fucking chupas. You better.
Woo! That was good. Now you can't tell me this man he did let it all hang out. He told the effing truth. And you can see how emotional he got because of this. He was very emotional. Can't nobody tell me that man didn't speak truth to power. And if y'all tell me he did, somebody's lying in this place. 'Cause I know I'm not. I don't have a reason to sit up and lie. So can't nobody tell me that man didn't speak truth to power. He said what needs to be said. You know, like he said, we're not used to seeing agents come around or whatever with masks on their face. Even during the C-19, they didn't have no doggone mask on. They be all up in your face and everything because they wasn't nothing but pygmies. When did they wear masks? They didn't wear no doggone masks. Y'all know that. If only they Congress have passed passed the Obama bill 2014 uh, about the immigrants having a life here based on certain criteria, we won't be in this mess, right? But he's telling the truth. Yes. Now, okay, I want to show you. Let me see. Okay, I got one more.
Puta madre.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. Hope he didn't get too hurt. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. Yep, that is true. My degree. Hitler had the the gangster pole who would unalive and kidnap people without cause because he felt they wasn't following him. Y'all, that is I got something. I'm gonna show it one day. Uh this very famous person, very famous, not just famous, very famous person. Okay, athlete, very in the history books. Was in the history books before I was born. Okay, and probably half of y'all too. But anyway, uh, they went to the Olympics over in Russia. I got pictures, not no fake pictures. These pictures, the size of the pictures is about this size. It's a little square like this here. And you can see them standing on a big boat in the Letterman jacket and everything. And then the program is about the size of my notebook here. And it got a newspaper clipping of them in it that somebody stapled, not stapled, glued onto the back of the book inside. And it got their signature. It got them in the pages of the book and everything, program. And it was called Subhumans. Subhumans. What is a subhuman? I don't know. But anyway, they won. They didn't want to be, the person didn't want to acknowledge them at all, but they won. Whew. Hitler. Yeah, that's another clown. But anyway, Hitler didn't want to acknowledge them, but they had to because that person won like a trophy. Let me find a trophy. Uh, I'll use this as my trophy. My trophy I'm holding up at the games. You know how you're holding up the trophy like this here over your head like that at the games. You know they got steps. One step, two step, and then another step. Two this, then one up here. The person is standing in the center holding the big giant thing over his head. He was an American. He was born in America, and he was Black. Take that for food for thought, and not just that. So I'm going to talk about that person one day, along with Mom, a very powerful person herself. Her and her cousin used to hang out with Dr. Martin Luther King at school on campus in college. And he used to use all these big words, and they would tell him, stop using all them big words. Like, we don't know what you're saying. You don't have to talk. But that was the way he talked back then. And he wasn't even Martin Luther King, and he was just Martin Luther King, but he wasn't the big man like he is now. Jesse Owens. You nailed it. You nailed it. That is Jesse Owens. Yes. Jesse Owens. Tell me, if I drop my link, would you come up and tell me how did you figure that one out? And you can go right back down or put it in the chat. I really want to know how you figured that one out. He was on a big ship. And Black people didn't get on ships then. They wasn't allowed to ride on them big old ships across the ocean like that. That was him. And I got the book, the program. I got his signature. I got some pictures of him. And they was taken with a little camera. And these are not copies. These are the original pictures. And they're about this size. With him standing, beautiful pants. If you look at the pants back then. People would pay to have those pants. Beautiful slacks on with a sharp crease down the side, and they wide, just big wide legs like this here. And he's standing with his legs open like this here. And I forgot what his hands was doing. But anyway, the reason why I said legs open like this, because you could see the pants, and they was dress pants. He had on a Letterman jacket. And this was original because my husband's big brother took the picture. He was a track and field athlete. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Thank you. Paved the way for Black runners. Yes, he did. And I'm going to bring that up. Plus, I got a lot of stuff. And people have been telling me I need to put that, that needs to go into a museum or something, the stuff I got. And then not Malcolm X, but what's his name? Martin Luther King. I got a lot of stuff. Plus everything. You name it, I got it. And my husband used to write it down when she be telling us, I told him this here, and he will say this here, and what were y'all doing? And you know this, and yeah. And we got so much. I got so much stuff for Martin Luther King. And then who else? Because I know I got a lot of stuff from and this is not because we went and bought this stuff. No. This is because these are people that got a chance to talk to them or meet them or take it themselves. Or it was given to them from them. You see what I'm saying? Or they was there. You see what I'm saying? I got a lot of different stuff from a lot of people. Oh, Rosa Parks. I just found out, I think it was last month, that Rosa Parks, I got a picture. Rosa Parks was with Mom. They was, where were they? Rosa Parks, they were somewhere together. Somewhere. And I got the picture. And I called up, you know who, Bessie, which is sister to me, called up and there she said, that's Rosa Parks with Mom. What? She said, took pictures of them. She got the pictures already. She said, yeah. I said, Lord of mine. They are together. See, and not just that, but I got stuff of that's like history to me. And I just have never done. I don't want to stop doing stuff with this stuff. History making stuff. I'm gonna do a BT always been telling me I need to do this, do it. But I am gonna do it because I got history stuff. I got stuff that people don't even know. But I've been keeping it so I can share it one day with people. let me see, can I find and just show one of the pictures of Rosa Parks with mom. Oh, I have to go into her text. Okay. Let me see. I mean, people just don't, it's like, oh, where is it? But anyway, we're going to watch this video while I look for that. Okay. This is a video I need everybody to watch, because this is going to coincide with what we're doing today. Because let me just tell you, somebody's trying to distract us. When I say somebody's trying to distract us, they try to send the people home for a long break. They're trying to send all the senators home, not just for their break, but a long break, hoping by the time they get back, they forget all about this Epstein file stuff. No, we ain't gonna forget. That's what they're hoping. That then we'll be on to something else, because we didn't catch it. We're not selling for this our Obama. He's my Obama. That he rigged the election. I'm not selling for that, because I know that's a lie. And I'm not selling for all this other made up ish that you're trying to throw it on the wall, think we're going to follow that. We ain't following it. Don't nobody want to hear that mess. Okay? And then you fumble all during your speech, talking crazy. Yes, we could keep our history alive. Thank you. And to think at that time, Jesse was running for the United States, racism was so rampant, and still to this day. Yes, it's getting bad because of who we got. You are right. Okay, let's go ahead and get this speech out. Let me pull it up. Let me see who it, I think it was MSNBC that I had it. But it's the same no matter. And lost his mind. Guys, they said that orange-haired man and ordered Obama arrest in Russia. Folks, Lord, these folks need to come out. That just, they just lying. They just trying to, y'all do not follow those lies. They throwing lies at you, hoping that you're going to catch it and start talking about something else. But don't do that. Don't do that, because that's what they want. Okay, here we go. MSNBC. Okay, that's the one that was. Okay, we're getting ready to look at this. I don't know, have anybody seen it yet? But if you have, that's okay. I have not. I only glanced at it for a second. And just maybe heard a little on my phone for a second. But I really just haven't just sat there and just watched it. No. Okay, here we go, guys. And we're going to get to the other stuff like we did yesterday. But, ooh, yesterday, it was too much for me. It was so heated, I almost threw my TV and hit Piers Morgan upside the head. Y'all know I'm joking, because my TV would not make it to wherever he's at. I don't even know. So that's a joke, Piers. Ain't nobody talking about a harm. You know, don't nobody want to harm somebody that not even an American citizen. So you can just take that stuff somewhere else, because I'm a non-violent person. Okay, here it is, guys. This is with MSNBC. This just happened 3 hours ago, this speech, okay? The House Democrats. Speech. So we're going to go ahead. The information will be down in my description box below my video. So under credit, you can go back and then you can watch it yourself if you need to. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Y'all ready? Let's get it popping. Ooh, wait, let me back it back up. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go, guys. What is this thing? Let me just stop it from spinning.
Morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Honored to be joined today by Whip Catherine Clark and Caucus Chair Pete Aguilar as we prepare to depart for the August district work period. The Trump administration and House Republicans have been a complete and total failure. These MAGA extremists promised that they were going to lower costs in the United States of America. In fact, they promised the American people that costs would go down on day one. But costs haven't gone down. They are on the way up. Inflation is up.
They lied.
It's the quality of life of everyday Americans that is deteriorating. And Donald Trump and House Republicans are making things worse. The one big ugly bill will rip away health care from millions of Americans. Hospitals will close, nursing homes will shut down, community-based health clinics will be unable to operate. And as a result of the inability of everyday Americans to get the medical care that they need, people will die. This is a direct result of action taken by Donald Trump and House Republicans connected to the one big ugly bill. It's extraordinary that as we prepare to leave for the August district work period, what House Republicans can point to is a toxic and extreme Republican budget that will cause millions of Americans to be broke, sick, and hungry. That's the legislative accomplishment of House Republicans. And all of this was done to reward billionaires with massive tax breaks. The one big ugly bill is deeply unpopular. Donald Trump is deeply unpopular. And House Republicans haven't done a damn thing to make life more affordable for the American people. During the August district work period, House Democrats will hold events all across the country talking about our efforts to build an affordable economy that lowers the high cost of living in the United States of America, to protect the health care of the American people, and to combat the culture of corruption that exists in this town that undermines the ability to have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We're looking forward to holding town hall meetings across the country at the same time that Republicans will continue to run away from town hall meetings. But we will fill the void that they are leaving and engage aggressively with the American people, all in service of building a country where everyone can experience the American dream. It's now my honor to yield to our whip, the Honorable Catherine Clark.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. I am deeply grateful for your leadership over these.
Thank you, King, for coming in. King speaking. We got a good, I think yesterday was just over the top. We're still on the same, trying to let this man know. Okay, I'm gonna be good this time, but where's your avatar? I want more participation out of you, King, okay? More participation. Here we go. Thank you for coming in and happy Wednesday.
Last 6 chaotic months. And what a fitting end to these 6 months of Republican control in Washington. Instead of doing their jobs, instead of standing up for kids, for families, instead of standing on the side of transparency and accountability, Republicans are running away, all to avoid the release of the Epstein client list, all to cover up for pedophiles. In this hollowed out version of the Republican Party, they knock down people who work hard for a living. Their signature bill, the big ugly bill, kicked 15 million Americans off their health insurance, takes food from 16 million kids, raises energy bills, shuts down hospitals, denies veterans their benefits. They run up the debt to give tax breaks to billionaires, and they run out of town to hide sex crimes for the rich and famous. Well, Americans,
That's exactly what they're doing. They're running out of time, trying to make sure that you take a long, long way, so they can forget it, hoping that when you come back, what Epstein bill? No, I don't know what you're talking about. You're lying. There was no such thing. We wasn't talking about no such thing before the break. They act like they ain't got amnesia. That's what they're hoping for. But we're not going to let this be unalive. We're not going to let this Epstein file go unalive, because there's a client list out there. A lot of big celebrities, stars, or music industry, movies, everybody is on that list. A lot of people want that list to go unalive, but not today. And everything he ran on, he haven't done not one thing. Oh, yes, he has done some of the things. What he said he was going to do with the immigrants in the deportation, he had just totally flipped the script. Y'all voted for him because of that, right? And because he was a businessman, right? Y'all want him to run the country like a business. Yeah, he running it right in the ground for you, right down in the ground. That's what you voted for. So why take away something you voted for? Stop screaming. Stop letting me. I don't want to hear them puppy dog cries. I don't want to hear that. You sound like my husky. That's what you sound like. Double the husky. So don't be doing that. Get out there and work your farms. Yeah, I know you ain't got nobody out there to work. But you remember how they used to working, right? You get out there and do the same thing that they did. You get out there and work in the big sun, the big, beautiful sun out there. You need that vitamin D on you. Get out there and get it. Get those fields and pull those crops. Okay? You can do it. That's your form. It may take you forever. You may not ever get anything done. But that's okay, because you voted for it. Oh, you just thought he wasn't going to take your people away. You just thought all the food going to go down and price is going to go down. That's a lie. Price is going up. Watch my video. Can I afford eggs? I did a short video called Can I Afford Eggs? Y'all asked for this man, and you got it. Now, look at him. Do he look like he's making any sense? The man is deranged. He's gone. He ain't fooling with a full faculty up there. Some of the stuff is gone. Some of the numbers in his head and dropped from his head. Some of the letters, words, and everything is falling out of his head. He don't make no sense. It's not making no sense to me. Maybe to some of y'all, but they don't make no sense to me. Because I hear the man talking all the time. The man don't make no God. And ain't gonna go at it. Okay, come on. But they trying to shut them down, hoping that you all forget about it. Do not forget about it. Keep raising holy hell.
are sick of a system that looks at people who follow the rules and actually work for a living and puts them last. Right now, 60% of American households say they can't afford the basics. Most parents, 54%, say they will have to skip on groceries to afford school supplies this fall. You deserve better. Your family deserves better. And over the next 6 weeks, House Democrats will fan out across the country, listening to our neighbors, listening to our constituents. And we are going to make sure that Americans know it does not have to be this way. We can fight corruption. We can lower the cost of childcare. We can make healthcare and housing more affordable. We can build an economy that rewards the people who make it run, not the corporations who exploit them. We can have a Congress that prioritizes kids and families. This is the wealthiest nation in the history of the world. There is enough for everybody, not just to get by, but get ahead. If we give the American people the fair shot at success that they deserve. And there's no one who we'd rather be in this fight with, giving people the fair shot, making an affordable economy in this country, than our chairman, Pete Aguilar.
Thank you, Whip Clark, Leader Jeffries, for your friendship, but for your leadership of this Democratic caucus as well. This Republican majority is nothing short of a disgrace. They've spent the last 6 months lining the pockets of billionaires and wealthy corporations who are already raking in record profits. They prevented Democrats from rolling back reckless tariffs that are driving the price increases that we see under Donald Trump's watch. They're closing nursing homes, forcing grandma and grandpa to fend for themselves while making the purchase of a new private jet fully tax deductible. It's just cartoonish levels of corruption. Rural hospitals are already closing down because Republicans pushed through the largest cut to Medicaid in the history of the country. They've completely broken the bipartisan appropriations process and are leading us toward a government shutdown that will hurt hardworking Americans. We were elected by our constituents to solve problems and to get things done. But at every turn, the Republicans are choosing partisanship and division and chaos. Now they're fighting amongst themselves about how they should hide President Trump's involvement in the Epstein files. Over the next few weeks, House Democrats are going everywhere to talk about the devastating impacts of the Republican cuts to Medicaid and their inability to focus on the most pressing challenges that the American people face. Republicans are too scared to face their own voters and will probably spend the August recess on the run. Turn it over to Leader Jeffries.
Thank you, Pete. Questions?
Good morning. Senate Republicans seem to be torn about staying in session, about to do nominees, and also going back to sell the big, beautiful bill from their perspective. Would it help Democrats if they were to stay in session so they couldn't sell and market that piece of legislation?
That's a decision for the Senate Republicans to make, as Chair Aguilar just indicated, as Catherine Clark has indicated. Republicans are on the run. They have nothing good to sell to the American people. The one big ugly bill hurts everyday Americans to reward billionaires and wealthy corporations with massive tax breaks. It is deeply unpopular. And that is why it's our expectation that during the August district work period, you're going to see House Republicans and Senate Republicans running away from the American people because they are running scared. Last row.
When you come back in September, you're going to have the shutdown fight. That'll continue with the oxygen here. You said earlier in the week that if it's a partisan Republican bill, House Democrats will be united against it. You didn't mention the Senate. Do you have faith that Chuck Schumer and Senate Democrats will hold the line, given that they did not do so in March?
We had a very productive meeting with Senate Democrats yesterday, and I'm confident that the only path forward is for Republicans to work with Democrats to pass an appropriations bill that meets the needs of the American people in terms of their health, their safety, and their economic well-being. A partisan spending bill is dead on arrival. Catherine, Pete? These are our two appropriators here.
Listen, the House Republicans and the Senate Republicans have a choice to make. It doesn't matter whether they in the Senate stay in session or go home. They cannot hide from the destruction that they have caused. We are looking at, with this largest cut to Medicaid in our country's history, not only will it have an impact on people who get their insurance through Medicaid, which is 40% of the children in this country, but there are now estimates that it will cause a almost 70% rise in insurance premiums for a family of four that makes $90,000. 70% increase in insurance. As the leader said, this was an administration that promised to lower costs on day one. And they cannot get away from the fact that they have made a terrible deal that goes against families in this country. And so we are going to be out there over the next 6 weeks, not only putting forth the high contrast of the disaster they are bringing down on family budgets across this country, but what we can do together to change the system so that it isn't rigged against families who work for a living, the 99.9% of us who don't benefit under the big ugly bill.
Mike, I think the question for Republicans here in Washington, D.C. is, what's your plan? You control everything, the House, the Senate, and the presidency. What's your strategy? Right now, they can't even agree amongst themselves. Senate is marking up to one set of numbers different than the president's budget request. The House is completely, out in right field doing their own thing. With marking up bills that have no basis, will be no basis for law. Just, twiddling thumbs, wasting time. Tom Cole and Speaker Johnson have no path and no plan to meaningfully pass bills with bipartisan support. So if that continues to be their posture, then we're in for a long September. Our hope is that Republicans work with us in a bipartisan way.
Guys, something is just breaking. Let me just make sure. Yeah, something is just breaking. I'm going to bring it up right now for us. We can always come back to this. Let me bring this down right quick. Let me put it over here. Breaking news. We already suspect that. We have already suspected before, but it's just breaking right now. It's broke maybe 30 some minutes ago. Let me hit refresh and make sure that's the same as what I got on my phone 35 minutes ago. This one got 26 minutes ago. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it up right now for us so we can see what it is. And and this information is going to be down in my description box as well. Let me go ahead and it says it's from CNN, WSJ. DOJ told Trump his name is among many in the Epstein's file. I'm not just reporting this. People are reporting it right now live. So let me go ahead and bring it to you right now. It came across my phone. And then I got on to see whether anybody else is carrying it. They're carrying it live right now. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it to you right now. Okay.
Is now the
So
Wall
it
Street
just broke. It's less than an hour and 30 some minutes ago. Here it is.
Journal is now reporting that Justice Department officials told President Trump in May that his name was among many names mentioned in the Epstein files. This is something the White House is now labeling as, quote, fake news, end quote. Our panel will be here to weigh in, but we do want to start with CNN Chief Legal Affairs Correspondent Paula Reed. We also have our Chief Congressional Correspondent Manu Raju on Capitol Hill. Paula, I want to go first to you, and especially this Wall Street Journal headline, which is that the Justice Department told Trump in May that his name is among many in the Epstein files, that he was told at this meeting the files contained what officials felt was unverified hearsay about many people, including Trump, who had socialized with Epstein in the past, some of the officials said. One of the officials familiar with the documents said that they contain hundreds of other names. We are in the course of reporting this out, obviously. But what else do we know? And it also comes in the context of these court decisions today.
Let's start with the Wall Street Journal reporting what we have not independently confirmed. We have received some statements from the Justice Department saying, quote, the DOJ and the FBI reviewed the Epstein files and reached the conclusion set out in the July 6th memo. Nothing in the files warranted further investigation or prosecution. We have filed a motion in court to unseal the underlying grand jury transcripts. We'll get to that in a second. As part of our routine briefing, we made the president aware of the findings. So in that statement from the Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General, they're not directly addressing the most significant part of this, which is the reporting that Trump was told he was mentioned multiple times in these files. Now, there's also a statement from the FBI Director Kash Patel. It says the memo released on July 6th is consistent with a thorough review conducted by the FBI and DOJ. The criminal leakers and fake news media tries tirelessly to undermine President Trump with smears, lies, and this story is no different. I'm reading that because it suggested to me that the FBI director there is calling the story a lie, but that's not actually specifically what he's saying. And I think all of this is really important, Casey, because if we go back to the first Bondi-related Epstein controversy, you may remember she held an event to great fanfare at the White House where she handed out binders of what was promised to be new information related to the Epstein investigations. And a lot of MAGA-aligned influencers were very disappointed because most of what she handed out was already in the public record. But sources at that time told me a lot of the frustration from the White House with Bondi in that event was the fact that they didn't redact Trump's name, even though these were records that were already well known. They were flight logs. There was a lot of frustration around Bondi's handling of that incident. So it tracks with what the Wall Street Journal is reporting here, that they would be very sensitive about any mention of Trump's name in subsequent files. Now, you also asked about the potential release of grand jury information, because we know.
Paula, let me pause you just 1 second there, because I do want to make sure that we get this White House statement on the record as we continue to talk about this. So here was White House Communications Director Stephen Chung responding to this. He says, quote, the fact is that the president kicked him, Epstein, out of his club for being a creep. This is nothing more than a continuation of the fake news stories concocted by the Democrats and liberal media, just like the Obama Russiagate scandal, which President Trump was right about. Of course, we're going to get to that later on in the show, because that's what they were trying to talk about from the podium today. But Paula, it's also worth noting, of course, the Trump Justice Department did ask for these grand jury testimony, the grand jury materials to be released. Continue, you were talking about what's going on there. And I think my sort of big picture question for you is, did they actually want those released, or did they know that did they go in expecting this to happen?
Well, they want all of this to die down, but that's unlikely to happen anytime soon. But after the fury following that memo where the Justice Department said they weren't going to release anything else, they had to at least make it appear that they were trying to do something else. And the idea that you're going to unseal grand jury material, that's a long shot. And they really hit one of their first roadblocks today, because they're seeking the unsealing of evidence in multiple grand juries connected to Epstein investigations, both in New York and Florida. And a short time ago, a judge in Florida ruled that she would not release information related to grand juries that were convened in West Palm Beach in 2005 and 2007. So this is the earlier Epstein investigation. There were also, of course, grand jury records in New York related to the more recent charges against Jeffrey Epstein before he died, and Ghislaine Maxwell. But here in Florida, the judge said she would deny this request because the Justice Department said this stuff should be released because of extensive public interest and, quote, transparency to the American public. But the judge said, look, those don't qualify as exceptions to what is usually the standard. The grand jury material remains sealed. Now, that's not surprising. This was always a long shot. There is a slight glimmer of hope for the Justice Department in New York. Up there, the judge is still looking at this. He's given the Justice Department until next week to provide more legal arguments for why this should be unsealed. Victims and Maxwell have until August 5th to file their positions on the unsealing. Maxwell is expected to oppose this. And a short time ago, that judge said that they would not allow Maxwell and her attorneys to review this grand jury material. But the headline here is, Casey, no matter what happens with these grand juries, the Justice Department will continue to face questions about why they are not releasing all of the material within their power to release. And this new Wall Street Journal report is just going to continue to amplify those questions.
And of course, Manu Raju, people who have questions include many Republicans on Capitol Hill, or at least enough of them to cause the House Speaker quite a few problems. And there's also this subpoena that just came down for Ghislaine Maxwell. Bring us up to speed.
Yeah, and this is not the only subpoena that could come down here, Casey. Yes, the subpoena came down from the House Oversight Committee. That was pushed by a Republican Congressman, Tim Burchett, yesterday. Ultimately, the House Oversight Committee voted to move ahead with that, today issuing a subpoena asking for a deposition in her prison cell by August 11th. Now, that is one matter. There's a significant move afoot, though, in a separate subcommittee that's part of the larger House Oversight Committee. Republicans appear poised to defy President Trump and join with Democrats to subpoena for all of the Epstein files. That would be a hugely significant move. Now, this vote has not happened yet, but in a key subcommittee that is now considering this measure, Democrats have tried to force a vote to call for a subpoena for all of the Epstein files. That is pushed by Congresswoman Summer Lee. They need one Republican to vote for it. Congresswoman Nancy Mace of South Carolina just told me moments ago she plans to vote for this measure after getting some changes that she expects to get to redact the names of the victims.
Guys, let me just tell you, this is breaking all over social media that Donald is in the Epstein file. And you want to know why he don't want this to come out, why he's trying to suppress this and throwing rocks over there, to look over this way and throwing an egg over here, look over there. There's a yellow big bus driving by. There's a quacking duck over here for you to look at. That's why he don't want, and trying to make sure, they trying to make sure, the Republican, everybody else, trying to make sure that everybody get a long break. A long break. So when they come back, hopefully y'all forget about this. Because he's going to throw enough stuff out there. So when you come back, they'll be talking about something else, but not us. This is breaking all over social media.
Here. But this is what she just told me moments ago, that she plans to vote in favor of this Democratic effort to subpoena for these files.
So I will amend the motion or do my own motion. And I've requested that the ranking member amend it. So we're negotiating that right now. I think it's very important. I will be supporting it, but it's very important that we protect victims.
You'll be supporting the motion.
For sure. Yeah, and I'm going to amend the motion to protect the identity of the victims. I think that should be first and foremost. As someone who's fought to protect women and kids.
And she is part of the group of Republicans who have signed on to a separate effort, the effort by Congressman Thomas Massie, to try to force a vote in the full House of Representatives to release all of the Epstein files. She supports Mr. Massie's effort on that issue. Now, on this subpoena itself, the chairman of that subcommittee, Casey, Clay Higgins, he's a Republican, told me he does expect enough Republicans would vote with Democrats to move forward on calling for a subpoena here. So assuming that motion is approved this afternoon, all indications are that it would be approved, then it would be the House Oversight Chairman, James Comer, would have to issue that subpoena within probably in a matter of days here. So a significant movement here. It just shows you the pressure the president is under, the administration is under, from the president's own allies to release more of the Epstein files.
And of course, you're standing out in the parking lot behind the Capitol, which is the stakeout location when they are getting out of town, which they are doing a day early because of all the things you just outlined there. Manu Raju on the Hill for us. Paula Reed, thank you both.
Ooh.
Breaking.
See,
New bombshell reporting from the Wall Street Journal that might explain why Donald Trump appears so anxious and frankly flat-footed when it comes to releasing documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. The Wall Street Journal citing senior administration officials in its reporting that when Justice Department officials reviewed what Attorney General Pam Bondi called a, quote, truckload of documents related to Epstein earlier this year, they discovered Donald Trump's name appeared multiple times. From that report, quote, in May, Bondi and her deputy informed the president at a meeting in the White House that his name was in the Epstein files, the official said. Many other high-profile figures were also named, Trump was told. Being mentioned in the records isn't a sign of wrongdoing.
Oh, he's in there. Y'all see why he don't want that to get out, right? Now we see. He don't want that to get out at all. You trying to hide his little duck, that yellow ducky. Yes, he don't want this to get out, because if it gets out, that ain't what he wants. He don't want this. He don't want nobody to know about this. He don't want nobody to know. But it's too late, Donna. We already knew. Can't nobody be acting as crazy and as acting a fool like that unless you're trying to hide something. Because people don't act crazy like this for nothing. Okay? So his name is in the file, guys. He's in the files. Okay? Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord. I'm just having a wonderful old day. Good day to be in the neighborhood. Okay. Now, there's something I think I want to talk about for tomorrow because I don't want to mix this with that. Okay? Or should I? No, because and sometimes you get done with Donald. You know what? No, I'll just bring that up tomorrow because I'm trying to think. Do I really want to mix that with it? No, I don't want to mix it because that's dealing with the hip hop industry and politics. I don't want to mix the two. Okay, but I've been I was thinking about doing something on this, but I'll stick with Donald. Okay, we're gonna stick with Donald. We're gonna stick with the conniving. I didn't say a thing, guys. I didn't say a thing. We're gonna stick with the conniving. Let me show you Donald and his best friend, because he swear that he ain't no friend with this person. But I beg to differ. You know how you say you're all big friends. You know what I mean? That's his big friend. Well, his little friend, because he is a little bitty man. Just Jeffrey Epstein was a little bitty man. He was a little bitty. He was about my size, 5 feet and 100 pounds. Now that's bad for a man. Now, for a woman, that's okay. But for a man, don't nobody want a man that's 5 feet tall and 100 pounds. Now, if you're going to be 5 feet tall, be more than 100 pounds. Okay? Put some meat on that bones. I want to see some muscles on that frame. You know, but that's what he was. To me, I don't know about y'all, but that's to me. Here he is. This is with the CNN. 4 big questions about Trump and Epstein. What are those 4 questions? I ain't got time to be worrying about no questions and everything. Oh, they want to know why are the docs so suddenly so unimportant? Unimportant. Not important, but unimportant. Why? Why, Donald? It's like Donald want to know, are y'all still talking about the Epstein file? Yes, we are. Because your people, let me see what your people say about it. I'm going to see what Donald people saying about the Epstein file. Okay? We're getting ready to see what his people are saying. What do they want to know about the Epstein file? What the heck is that? I want y'all to see this. I'm just I'm just trying to bring up something else, and y'all know me. I just spotted this. And it's like, what's that? You know, let me just show you. Let me show you. Let me and then I'll bring it back. I didn't know what. Look at this, guys. I was just looking for something else, and I just came across this. I was trying to pull up on Epstein's files. What is this? Somebody's in a helicopter looking down at him. What's this? Oh, the snakes, aren't they? What these snakes? Oh my God. I just wanted y'all to see that. I happened to just be looking for something else and I came across it. Sometimes, like I tell you, I'm nosy sometimes. I'm just nosy like that. Let me see. I'm just trying to. Oh, I didn't mean to find that. I wasn't looking for that. Yeah. Yeah, y'all got to excuse me sometime. Uh-oh. Here we go. Okay, y'all ready?
And if you don't know, I live in rural Arkansas. And if you don't know, understand why people in rural Arkansas or rural America vote Republican, it's because of fear and jealousy. Jealousy that somebody has it better than they do, that they work their asses off, and most of them do. More education, because the education here is at the bottom of the tier. Maternal mortality, low. Education, low. Quality of living, low. Infrastructure, super low. There's no industry. There's no hope for these young kids in rural Arkansas to have a job. We had a chance to vote Chris Jones, an actual rocket scientist like myself who was educated and had a plan to bring jobs and infrastructure to Arkansas. But the people I talked to who in rural Arkansas will not vote for him because of his color of his skin. And they weren't nice when they described the color of his skin. So they voted for a sycophant, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is treating this like her personal money bank. There is no infrastructure here. The roads are shit. You can drive 2 hours. So my closest grocery store, besides Walmart, is 2 hours away. So if I go that 2 hours to go to that grocery store, the roads I have to take are barely have enough room for two people to pass each other. There is no cell phone coverage for over an hour and a half of that ride.
Oh my God.
And there's no hope to get those roads fixed anytime soon because there's no money. I say that, but lo and behold, what did Sarah do as of July of 2025? She has loaned and bought $55 million worth of Israeli bonds. So she's loaned Israel $55 million with a catch to give them 100 more million by the end of the year. When her people are fucking starving, they have no medical care. Hell, most teenage girls here are living at home pregnant with their moms. And they're living at home with their moms and their boyfriends because that's how rural America lives. There's nothing for these kids to look forward to. So why would they ever vote Republican? Because that's what they're told to do. $150 million would go a long way to get medical attention, and up our so that our children here in Arkansas don't die in infancy and the mothers don't die in childbirth. And that is rural America. Fuck Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She is the worst governor at, well, okay, she's second. Our neighbor, Texas Abbott, is worse, but she's a close second. I live in.
Right about that. Now that I can get behind. She's right about Sarah Huckabee. Worse. Don't forget the Abbott. Yes, him too. Woo. She said it right. This woman knelt it on the head. If y'all think she knelt it on the head, let me know. Something. See, even if in rural America, some of them do got good sense. And I'm not saying all of them, but some do have some good sense. I like what she said. Y'all see? Y'all see, some got some good sense there. Not everybody batshit crazy in rural America. Not all of them crazy. Okay? Not all of them crazy. Y'all ready?
See my posts about racism in America. Frequently they say, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
When Black people see these comments, they say, we already know. There is no way you didn't know. Don't pretend you didn't. This disconnect is really hard to explain, and I've been trying to understand it myself. I'm going to be digging into this really deep because I think it's so important. It's not that we're just oblivious white people. It's that we've been groomed to be oblivious white people. People point out that it's not like this stuff is locked in some vault somewhere. It's available. You can see it. And that's true. But we were trained not to ask questions. We were trained not to look for it. And I see it in my family. I see it in my circle of friends, even some of my friends that are pretty progressive. We have this ingrained training to not ask too many questions. We were taught to trust authority figures, teachers, ministers, police officers, politicians, the anchor guy on the evening news. We believed them because we were groomed from childhood to believe that they were trustworthy. We were not taught that the system itself, the system they were part of, was designed to protect itself first. And frankly, it felt good just to trust them. It's like you had this permanent mommy and daddy figure. It made life feel safe. The gaps in white knowledge were filled in with lies. We were told that poor people were lazy. That's why they're poor. That crime existed in Black neighborhoods because they were Black neighborhoods. That broken families cause poverty. These ideas were not questioned. They were treated as common sense. And we were started with our grooming as infants, as little tiny babies, as little bitty kids that are impressionable and just forming our ideas about the world. So that was our social foundation. We were told that Black people can't keep their marriages together. I was even told that the reason they couldn't keep their marriages together was because of how they were treated during slavery. So out of one side of their mouth, they'd say, wasn't that horrible that families were split up during slavery? But now that has just become part of who they are. And so it's their fault. I don't know, it didn't make sense to me either. We also were not told that welfare benefits were not available if there was a man in the house, a Black woman working 2 jobs who still needed support to raise her children, could not have a husband or partner living in the house with her. And of course, we were taught that that was their fault because they couldn't keep their marriages together. As we were growing up and we started to repeat these beliefs, we were seen as respectful and well-adjusted. I don't know. Are you getting pissed off? I'm getting pissed off just going through this again.
Mm.
We were guided by the TV news and movies and TV shows to care when white people suffered and to disconnect from the pain of other people. We were taught to feel patriotic about our country without questioning whether they were being truthful with us about why we should feel such patriotism. When we asked those white authority figures that we were taught to trust, we were lied to. Now, when Black people give us honest answers, we don't fully trust them. It's not about ignorance, it's about conditioning. My education is in behavior analysis, and that's how that works. You just expose someone to a social system that supports a certain line of thinking, and you fall for it, especially if you are started out as a young kid being taught all that stuff. And that's what happens to all of us. We were taught that silence is polite and that truth about society is rude or inappropriate. And as a girl that went to a fundamentalist Christian church, that was even more so. You don't ask questions that are going to make people uncomfortable. But that comfort, you see, it kept us obedient. It kept us from asking too many questions. It kept us from wanting to do anything about it because we didn't fully understand that there was something that needed to be done. We were used to preserve a system that depended on our own silence. It kept us from befriending Black people. It kept us from knowing what the hell we thought we knew about those people. So when white people say, I didn't know about any of this, understand what that really means. We were trained not to look. We were trained to believe the stories that we were told by the authority figures. We were shaped by a system that used your trust against you. We were trained to look away. And now we have a choice. White people, we need to get angry about being kept in the dark all these years so that together with our Black neighbors and neighbors of all races, we can break down this oppressive system that has brought us here to the point of fascism. Check the caption for some documentaries to help you get started learning. We need to really get curious. When white people see my posts about
Oh my Lord, that was good. That was good, guys. I think we needed to hear that. And the reason why I say we needed to hear that, because she explained it so well. And as she was explaining it, I can picture in my mind exactly what she be meaning by when a clear-skinned person hears something or sees something, they act like they don't know. I understand now. She did a great job. Really great job. I don't know who she is, but she needs to keep doing what she's doing, making content on this, explaining it. You know, she needs to keep explaining why this happened. Yeah. Hello, sweet tea. I'm just tuning in. Were you at work? We're not going to be here long, just a few more minutes. But you're at work. But I think with all the stuff that, and happy Wednesday, sweet tea, with all the stuff that we have been given and to see. Let me just make sure that was the only breaking. Oh, let me just bring this up. I know we was talking about this before I decide to go and watch that, bring us that video. Okay. Remember, it says the 4 big questions about Trump and Epstein. Yeah, they're good friends. They hung out together. Oh, guys, this is a, let me see, can I bring it up? Wait, let's look at these 4 questions right quick first. Okay. Why are the docs something so unimportant? You know why? Because Trump don't want y'all to know he's all in it. And pictures and videos and everything of him. And you know what? What underage little people. Okay. And also too, is Trump and that's is in the Epstein file. They just confirmed that today. We got it breaking news today. It was just told. It's still probably breaking all over, but soon as it came in, we got a chance to see it soon as it broke. So yes, he's in the file. So there's no doubt. It to be cleared up now. He's in the file. And thank God I was live when it was breaking. So we got a chance to hear it and see it. Okay. Here's another one. What happened to the additional files that was promised? I don't know what the heck those influencers that was given those files. Remember when at the White House? What was in those little cute little binders that they had? White binders. Okay. And was Epstein an intelligence asset? Oh, was he? Did he have information that we all want to know? Okay, now we can go ahead and get out of this. Because Trump and his best friend, they did a lot of things together. Guys. Yeah, y'all just don't know. They did a lot of stuff together with a lot of women together. They was some horny little bees, wasn't they? It was some little horny things. I don't know why that won't let me do what it need to do. Give me 1 second. It's still breaking all over, guys. It is still breaking. Breaking news. Y'all know President Obama responds to that criminal. Well, he is a criminal. I'm not saying nothing that's not new. He's a felon. I'm not trying to be ugly. That is the truth. That he is a felon, guys. I'm not saying that just to be ugly. Well, I'm not trying to be ugly. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, the last video we're going to watch is our President Barack Obama responds after that orange man claims that he committed treason. We know that's a lie. Don't even ask me. If anybody come and ask me some stuff like that, let me tell you what I do. Let me just show you. Don't even ask me that. Don't even ask me that. Okay? Okay. So we want to know, did he lie? Yes. Okay. So we're going to, this is the last one. It's very, 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 very short. Very, 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 very short. Okay? It's 1 minute and 26 minutes long. This is with the Associated Press. And this is just 2 hours ago. Okay. Here we go, guys. Y'all ready? That's my Obama. Oh, my Obama. Y'all know I love myself some Obama. I got a lot of Obama gear. Yes, I do. I got the baseball cap. I got the mug. I got the bag. I got everything. I got buttons and pins and everything. And the buttons and stuff, I hang on my Christmas tree every year. I put it on my Christmas tree every year. Yes. And my Obama cup sits beside my bed every night. It's been sitting there for years. I put it beside my bed because, yes, that's my, until I can get me a president, that's my president.
Former President Barack Obama has given a rare response after President Donald Trump claimed that he committed treason. A spokesperson for Obama said these bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction. The current president's tirade on Tuesday came after the backdrop of a new report from Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard that represented his administration's latest attempt to rewrite the history of the Russia investigation. That report downplayed the extent of Russian interference in the 2016 election. It also highlighted Obama administration emails that concluded before and after the presidential race that Moscow had not hacked state election systems to manipulate votes in Trump's favor. Besides Obama, Trump rattled off a list of people he accused of acting criminally at the highest level, including former FBI Director James Comey, his 2016 Democratic opponent Hillary Clinton, and former National Intelligence Director James Clapper.
The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold. They tried to rig the election and they got caught. And there should be very severe consequences.
Obama has never been accused of any wrongdoing as part of the Russia investigation, and in any event, a landmark Supreme Court opinion from last year shields former presidents from prosecution for official acts conducted in office. The statement from Obama's office also stated, "Our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinformation flowing out of this White House with a response."
Okay, that's it, guys. What's going on, Janetta? You just checking back? Huh? Okay. Very intelligent response. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Guys, that was it for the day. It's 1 hour and 42 minutes into the live. I got into some good stuff, but tomorrow I pray to God that I can go back on what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Let me just show you. Let me just give you a peek. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about this Rick Ross and DC Young. DC Young, we're going to talk about him, Rick Ross, okay? And y'all know who DC Young is, and y'all know who Rick Ross is, and everything. So we're going to talk about that. There's some clownery and some foolery going on, okay? And somebody need to just take it like a champ. Take it like a champ. I'm gonna have to. Y'all see how my mouth is still sideways? That's why I called my attorney today. See my mouth? My mouth was not like that until Tuesday last week. I'm gonna call my attorney. That's why I'm gonna call my attorney about. Yeah. Oh. What you say? Very intelligent response, which none of them can understand. Oh my Lord. Well, tomorrow we're going to be talking. I'm going to make sure we're going to talk about DC Young and Rick Ross. Okay. Yeah, because some foolery went down. So I think it was disrespectful what Rick Ross did. I truly do. But he have a reason for what he did, why he did what he did. I just don't buy it. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. That and anything else I throw on the table. Okay. But that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. That's what I didn't want to mix in with this, because that's the hip hop industry dealing with some foolery, some fooleries at the White House, some fooleries, some liars, some con men, some felons. I'm not saying hip hop ain't felons and stuff and foolery, but they ain't hurting other people. They ain't hurting millions of people. Do you all care about millions and millions of people losing their health care? I guess they didn't care about it when he was proposing big beautiful bill. You're going to have some big, beautiful health care. You're going to have some big, beautiful taxes. You're going to have some big, beautiful food. We're going to have some big, beautiful immigrants that put in Alligator Alley. Let me find one of them videos on Alligator Alley right quick. In the swamps. People out in that because I would let that be the fun video to take us out. Let me see. Okay, here it is. We're getting ready to let this take us out. Okay? Get ready for some more fun videos. Okay? Y'all ready? Let's see what they're talking about right here.
Welcome to Alligator Alcatraz, where the gators are real and the escape plans are very discouraged.
We have a lot of bodyguards and a lot of cops that are in the form of alligators. You don't have to pay them so much. But I wouldn't want to run through the Everglades for long.
Deep in the marshy Florida Everglades, a new immigration detention center is sparking national controversy. On July 1st, President Donald Trump inaugurated the facility dubbed Alligator Alcatraz.
It's known as Alligator Alcatraz, which is very appropriate because I looked outside and it's not a place I want to go hiking anytime soon.
The center got its name for its...
Why the hell you got these people out there? That's dirty. That's low down and dirty. Big, beautiful lies. Yes, that's low down and that's dirty. But you got these people out there. We are coming up on the heels of hurricane season. And y'all ain't gonna let them out. Y'all not gonna let them out. You know you're not. Dirties.
Proximity to alligator-infested swamps. Its remote location is intended to deter escapes, but critics view it as a harsh and inhumane approach to immigration enforcement. Built in just 8 days, the facility is designed to house up to 5,000 detainees. It's equipped with high security measures, including barbed wire, surveillance cameras, and a 400-person staff. However, the facility's location within the Big Cypress National Preserve has raised significant environmental concerns. Activists argue that its construction threatens endangered species and violates cultural protections for Native Americans. As the debate continues, Alligator Alcatraz stands as a stark symbol of the nation's ongoing struggle over immigration policy and environmental preservation. What do you think of the detention center? A necessary deterrent or a step too far? Welcome to...
I think it was a step too far. Yes, I do. And they should know better. But they doing this stuff.
This story is going to disgust you. ICE literally forced a migrant to bake out in the sun for hours. Mosquitoes swarming all over him. We cannot stay silent. ICE officials at the notorious Everglades facility, nicknamed Alligator Alcatraz in Florida, forced an undocumented immigrant to stand out in the sun, the scorching sun, for hours on end, while mosquitoes swarmed him nonstop. This isn't just rough, this is deliberate cruelty. We're talking human rights violations covered by Human Rights Watch and reported by top outlets. They call this place psychological warfare. No shade, no medical attention, infested with pests, a sick tactic meant to break people physically and mentally. Remember, many inside do not have a criminal record. Not hardened fucking criminals like the president. The humans seeking a better life, like all of us. Give them that right. This is more than a scandal. It's a moral disgrace. You need to shout this out. Share this video. Demand accountability. Because when you treat people like animals, you're losing your humanity too. This story is going to disgust you. ICE.
Now that is disgusting. Now that I can say is disgusting. A lot of those people, they live here, and a lot of them was born here. Don't let them think these are all criminals in there. No, these are people that was in school. These are people that was on their jobs. These was people that was in their house and driving their cars to work or from work or in the grocery store or walking or standing in front of their house. Don't let them say these was all criminals. We got a felon already that's saying that these was criminals. He should know criminals because he's one. Inhumane, yeah. So guys, okay, that's it for us. I just wanted to bring you something so y'all can see what's going on. And we did catch something that was just breaking today. We got it while it was hot off the press while doing this live, that the Donald orange-haired man is in the Epstein file. And it broke all over while we was live, and we got a chance to listen while it was still, people were still reporting on it. And we got a chance to hear it too. This is so sad. We have to pray for them all, including their leaders. Yeah. Now, you talking about pray for the leaders? Which ones? Are you talking about them dirty scandals? Oh no, I'm blaming for them. I'm going to pray for all the people that's being harmed, all the people, regardless of who they are, whether they voted for this or not, that's in that swamp. But as for the ones standing out there being boss men and watching and taking part in this, no, they can go to hell. I'll do a replay. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad y'all was here today. I am, and I hope y'all enjoyed the live as much as I did. I enjoyed because I be watching stuff new too, just like you all. I bring it to you to watch, and I'm glad we got a chance to watch it together. But I do need y'all to do one thing. Y'all can go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget about that while we're on our way out the door. Hit that like button, and y'all know how we do it. Okay, guys? Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't want to go to work because my boss is a jerk.